We're going to unbox the Amazon exclusive Arctic Mission Storm Shadow. Welcome everyone, Kyle here, and today, like I said, we're going to unbox the Amazon exclusive Arctic Mission Storm Shadow figure. Let's run it back a little bit. There's been a lot of hate online for this figure. It was a little hard to get for a while. The pre-orders sold out pretty fast. It wasn't available. Then they came up, they came down, came up, they came down, and still kind of going on to this day. I do feel that if you want this figure, over the next 6 months or so, the rest of 2020 at least, it should pop up and down, and you should be able to get this. A lot of hate for this being exclusive, but a lot of hate for this one being a weird, to most people, a weird Storm Shadow figure. This isn't the Storm Shadow people remember. I remember one very similar to this back in, was it 90, 91, 92, the G.I. Joe Ninja Force line. That's what this Storm Shadow represents to me. But a lot of people want the traditional Storm Shadow, which I agree. I need the traditional Storm Shadow. However, people would be up in arms if this Amazon exclusive was the original Storm Shadow. That would not make people happy. People don't like exclusives to be the core version of the character. The exclusives to GameStop, fan channel exclusives, Amazon, Target, whatever, should be repaints or, really weird characters or weird color versions of traditional characters. The traditional set, the traditional character should be in the line that goes everywhere. Speaking of like Snake Eyes in Classified Series 1, people would be up in arms if that Snake Eyes was a limited edition to Amazon or something along them lines. We got the core Snake Eyes in the traditional line. Now we can have exclusives of different versions of that Snake Eyes. That's how I see it. That's how I interpret it. Because I know people would be up in arms. If this was the original Storm Shadow, they'd be flipping out. But you really can't win. I do think this exclusive, it needed to be made, this version of Storm Shadow, but I would have loved to have seen this a couple years down the line. We need the original Storm Shadow in the original wave first, then put this out. Then we'd have no complaints across the board. And really, at the end of the day, I think we're all nitpicking a little bit. Let's play the long game. Let's see how it all drags out and comes out. This is a cool Storm Shadow for what it is, at least in the package. We're going to get the classic version of Storm Shadow. There's too much money being on the table that they wouldn't leave that one off. So we'll get that eventually. But let's enjoy the Arctic one while it's here right now. And so let's do that. Let's take a peek and let's look at it. So there he is. Kind of an off-white, not the brightest of white colors, I don't feel. The black and the white really pops. Reminds me a lot of the old version. A little bit too cartoony of graphics down here. I like the Cobra Island, Cobra Trooper type graphics that are a little mean and more sinister. This is a little cartoony, I feel. Same thing kind of on the side. And then the side, you've got the different, what are they called? The Intel stuff, I guess they're calling it, where you go online and check it out. On the back, no description, no nothing, but it's that cool artwork we got with Classified Series 1, so it's a continuation of that. I believe this is when Storm Shadow joined the Joe team, if I remember right. I think the sides, I don't know, my memory's kind of failing me right now, but I think he was a good guy by the time he got into the Arctic Mission Ninja Force time frame, that's for sure. The bottom, legalese, number 14 in the set, so those that are keeping track. I would like the exclusives to be unnumbered. I think that looks better because not everybody's going to get the exclusives, and it looks kind of weird if you're saving them side by side. Number 14, it skips one. I always thought it looked better if there was like a plain one, or like Star Wars do. They put D1, D2, D3, D4 to make it a little bit different. Look, it scales well, but it's different. That's just me. I don't know. You guys tell me in the comments if you agree with that. But there's a Storm Shadow. Looks very cool in the package. Truth be told, in my G.I. Joe days, the ninjas were not a big deal for me. Snake Eyes, Storm Shadow, it didn't really capture my imagination as a kid. I'm probably one of the few. A lot of people, that's their G.I. Joe, is the ninja side of it. I was always more of the Flint, the Duke, the General Hawk, the Roadblocks. The traditional army guys was what I enjoyed in my G.I. Joe. I didn't really like the ninja stuff. Quick Kick, Spirit, some of those guys. I mean, it was interesting, but they weren't my favorites. But that's just me. I'm sure a lot of you guys were totally different there. But let's open up Storm Shadow. The cool Cobra logo we saw in Series 1. It continues into the Amazon exclusive here. See you later. Very cool. A little off-white, not bright white, but off-white, I guess I would call this. I love the accessories in this. You got a grappling hook, you got a pickaxe, you got an arrow, you got a sword, you got a sheath, I believe that's what they call what swords go into. You got the full-on bow and arrow, you got all the bows and arrows. The quivers, is that what they're called? I can't remember. But a lot of cool accessories. All these Joes come with great accessories. You know, there's complaints about the guns here and there. I can look past that. Like I said, they shot lasers. They didn't shoot bullets, so I don't know what you're expecting from your Joes. I'll get this out. Maybe we'll get Storm Shadow out of here. That's it. See you later. So very cool. Checking them out for no loose joints or anything like that. The mask is a little loose on the top. It does come off, which is cool. I could see him holding this to the side or something. You know, the mask comes off very easily. That's a cool feature, if you ask me. Pops right back on. You got the hood and the cowl. I expect this to be used a lot, some of this stuff, with the red ninjas that are even slipping out now. I have yet to come across the red ninjas, but very similar, I'm guessing. Probably body mold and all that kind of fun stuff. I'm sure they'll get some reuse out of the ninja parts. A little bit of a loose ab crunch, but not really. It's just got a little bit of more give to it. It's not the hard, stiff like we're accustomed to with some of the other ones. I just don't know if I like the off-white. I don't know if it's more off-white in person than when you're looking at straight on a camera or on pictures, I guess you would say. The bow and arrows fit in his back, as they should. Obviously, all these weapons, you got to pick your... Oh, that's cool. So then the sword thing fits in the back, so it's kind of a layered system. Put the bow and arrow in, and then you put the sword holder in the back there. I do like that. It's kind of a new way on top of the historic backpack. I mean, G.I. Joe, they're known for the hole in the back where the backpacks go. So you can put the sword right back in there. Very cool. Grappling hook. I don't think I'll display this one, but it's cool if you're a kid, you're playing, you're climbing up a mountain, you name it. Kind of the scythe or whatever it's called, the pickaxe, you got that. That's cool. I will probably display him with this bow and arrow kind of at the ready, and maybe a hand back, like he's reaching back to get an arrow. I think that's a pretty cool feature. But all in all, a pretty solid exclusive. I mean, I'd rather have this than not have this. I don't know. You tell me. People that complain about exclusives like this, would you rather just not have them exist at all? I guess that's the question. But, you know, we always want our figures easy to get, and they're not always, especially exclusives, not always easy to get. I do think you'll be able to get this Storm Shadow in time. That's for sure. Don't overpay. Don't be paying $100 for this. I recommend you just play the long game and figure it out on Amazon. For those of you that have not received this yet. But if you have received this yet, let me know in the comments. Did you like this figure? Do you agree with me? You're okay with this as an exclusive, and the original Storm Shadow needs to be in the traditional sets, I guess you would say. What are your plans for this figure? Is it an easy pass? Is it a must-have? You just haven't got to it? Let me know. There's a lot to talk about with Storm Shadow. You know, are you picking this up? Are you passing on it? Are you a fan of this? Are you collecting the Joes? All the fun stuff we can talk about with the Storm Shadow. Amazon exclusive. Don't forget to like the video. Don't forget to share the video. Feel free to share it with your friends. But most importantly, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. And until next time, this is Kyle. I'll see you guys all real soon.